Welcome, ladies and gents, my name is Curci, and it occurred to me that while I did do a video for Dragon Age Inquisition single-player mode, I didn't go too in-depth with the multiplayer, which it is a very good multiplayer, so I wanted to make a video talking about the multiplayer, the things that are involved with it, and then going from there. So, if you ever played Mass Effect 3's multiplayer, this multiplayer is very similar to that one. In Mass Effect 3, there were 4 players, there was like a horde mode kind of thing, but occasionally there would be an objective. And this is kind of the same thing. There were 4 total players. You're going from point A to point B. It's not so much a horde mode. You're just going through this area and killing enemies along the way. Occasionally there's going to be objectives like here, protect this agent or something like that, or kill this bad guy. And it's sort of like that, but you know, depending on what class you are, there are other areas you can unlock, like the warrior can break down certain walls, the mage can dispel barriers, and the rogue can unlock doors. So it's really cool, especially when you explore, because there are a lot of gold you can get, a lot of loot you can get. So it's definitely a really good, well thought out multiplayer experience. And obviously they're going to put out more multiplayer maps with more DLC. In addition to the story DLC that I really honestly can't wait for. So, when you really start up multiplayer, the first thing that the game's going to ask you to do is select a class. Now, this is different from the single-player experience because the single-player asks you to pick either a warrior, a mage, or a rogue. And then as you level up through the game, you start to shape into what kind of mage you're going to be. So, let's just say if I picked a mage, and as I leveled up and subclassed my character, I became a necromancer, or maybe I even became an arcane warrior. And then the same thing for warrior and rogue as well. Now, you start with a keeper, you start with an archer, and you start with a legionnaire. Those are the 3 basic classes you can start, which obviously warrior, rogue, and then mage. If you wanted to unlock different types of classes, so let's just say the elementalist, if I wanted to unlock that, I had to find or craft this specific armor, which is the elementalist robes. Now, crafting is a thing in this game, so if I jump down to my crafting, I can craft armors, I can craft weapons as well. But if I go over to the armor crafting and then jump over to the elementalist, you're going to see the requirements that I'm going to need. So I need 8 cloth, 4 leather, 4 metal, and then another 4 cloth. In order for me to get those materials, the only way that I found I can do that is, I just jumped there, let's go over to inventory. The only way I figured out how to do that is by getting weapons, and then, or armor even, and then salvaging them. So if I actually take this hand hammer and then salvage it, you're going to see in the bottom left I got onyx. Now that's going to count as metal, so I can use that as like total metal. In order for me to actually get weapons, you can find them out in the real world. Like I said before, there were certain areas in the map where you can dispel like a barrier or something. And sometimes there's a chest on the other side of that, and sometimes that chest will have armor pieces or weapons or things like that. And you can use those to either upgrade your character. Let's just say, this armor piece actually really helps out my character, I'm going to equip it. But if not, and it's pretty much useless, and you would salvage it. Otherwise, you could jump to the store. You can actually use the game's in-game currency, which is obviously gold right there. So up at the top, I only have 53 gold. You can find gold as you go throughout the area. But I can use this for 270 gold. It would just give me 1 random loot item and 2 potions. But you're going to see, if I go over to medium chest, there's sort of like an ingot looking thing, and it asks for 150. That's what's called platinum. I don't have any of those because that's the game's in-game currency system. So I can spend real money to actually get the platinum and then use that to spend if I wanted to make this process a little bit faster. But it's a good microtransaction system. It's not like Assassin's Creed Unity, where it's always in your face and the game kind of makes certain things about the game a lot slower, and it's trying to make you to spend money faster. But in this game, it's like kind of off to the side. If you want this process to be faster, you can do that. But it's not like gold is super scarce. I mean, like, you can get like 13 gold in like an urn, and there's like some odd many urns. I mean, it's not a hard thing to gather gold. So it's definitely a good system. I really like it. Obviously, here's my ability to level up. I have my defensive spells, my offensive spells. Every time I level up, I'll get a new ability point that I can spend on however I feel. I just recently started up the mage. I was playing a lot with the legionnaire because whenever I usually play Dragon Age games, I kind of gravitate toward the mage class because I just like that class. So I wanted to try the warrior class. It is a class I have played before in Dragon Age games, but not too much of. But I was playing the Legionnaire, I did like it, but I wanted to change over to the Mage. And then I can actually hotkey potions here. what's cool about the potions is that they're not just straightforward, oh, here's your resistance to fire, or your resistance to electric, or here's your healing potions, here's your mana potion. What's cool is that they have other potions as well, like this jar of bees, which you can summon a swarm of bees, or this poison right here that you can use to equip onto a specific weapon. I don't have this equipped because I'm probably going to use it for my rogue class when I eventually start him up, or maybe even use it for my warrior class, my legionnaire. So that's pretty much everything. Prestige is leaderboards and challenges that you can complete. So I'm going to go ahead and select a quick match here just to jump into a game. Now this could be a game that is already in session, or it could be starting up a new one. It's really completely random depending on wherever the lobbies are at. So I can actually select my difficulty. If I go back one, I can choose random. Routine is like the easiest one. It's routine. Then we got threatening, and then we got perilous. Those are the level of difficulties. Now, there are 3 maps. There's the Elven Ruins. There's the Orlesian. I'm assuming I'm really bad at pronouncing things, but that's Chateau, or whatever. And then we have Tevinter Ruins. So I'm going to set it to random because all those locations are good, and we're just going to find a game. Alright, so I jumped into a game, and what's cool is that the other 3 people in this game, one is a mage, one is an archer, and one is a legionnaire. So we will be able to access all those different areas, assuming that the players who are playing them actually are aware enough to see them, which I believe most people are. So looking at the interface right here, down on the bottom left, you see where the minimap is. That's going to tell us what direction we need to run in order for us to get to whatever objective we need to get to is. And then in the middle bottom is where my health is. So if I actually put up a barrier, which I'll do right here for demonstration, that blue thing right there, that's going to decrease over time just like it is right now. Obviously, as enemies attack me, the barrier thing will actually go down even faster. So I'm actually going to, over in the bottom right, you can see where my hotkeyed abilities are. So I'm actually holding down right trigger right now for my basic fire attack. And the reason why it's fire is just because that's what happens to be the ability, my staff, because it's all dependent on what staff you have. So let's just say if I had a staff that was an electric staff, I would be shooting out electric power. So my shock ability right there, which is my hotkey to X, I like that spell a lot because I upgraded it twice. And the reason why is because shock abilities actually have a chance of stringing to multiple enemies. So let's just say, for example, if I hit this guy right here, I'm actually going to hit those guys all around him. And then obviously I have my barrier ability right there. So I can't take damage until that barrier falls. And like I said before, it's going to drop over time, but as enemies attack me, I'll actually be able, it will actually drop a lot faster. Oh man, I just got hit by that guy. I hate dudes with the shields because my spells will bounce right off of their shields. I just hit an urn right there, and that revealed some loot. So even though he picked up that loot that I just found, you see right there I have plus 11 gold. And that plus 11 gold actually allowed me to, even though he collects it, everybody gets it. So that was just a barrier right there. That's an example of one of the areas that we can explore because we have a mage. So the other mage in our group actually dispelled it. So we're actually able to access this area. Sometimes there are enemies, sometimes there's additional loot that we can actually get. So it's all really good stuff. And then he's going to pull that lever, which allows us to gain entry to here. And it's just another, this one is like, there was some additional loot that we could get in terms of gold, but we actually also unlocked an alternate route. So we were able to flank these guys. Just get to them. I'm actually going to put my barrier down because there's an archer right over there that's annihilating my face apart. So I'm just going to try to take out these archers. Actually, it's this one right here. Because I'm hitting him, it doesn't stop him from attacking me, which is kind of lame, but it's not horrible. I gotta get out of here. This is why I like playing the range, because you can do damage from afar, and the enemies who actually can do damage to you who aren't range will need to catch up to you. So I'm low on health. So what I can do is I can actually hit left bumper, which you see in the bottom is my health potions. If I hold down left trigger, you see where I hotkey. Those are where all my spell or all my potions are going to be. So if I hit B, it's going to release a swarm of bees. If I hit Y or X, it'll be something mana related. Actually, I think one of these, I think X actually does like a bonus of damage. Y is my actual mana, and if I actually hit right bumper, it is the ability to use a health potion. So we just hit what's called a rejuvenating font. which is always found at the end of each zone, and there are 5 total zones. That will always rejuvenate all of our health, so it's definitely good. I'm going to try to give our... yeah. I gave a barrier to both me and the Legionnaire that's right in front of me. It's really eating up most of the damage there. So I'm just trying to get rid of this guy right here. Sometimes the game lets me know if I'm on a kill streak or not. I really don't know what dictates as a kill streak, if I'm killing people without dying, because then my kill streak should be a lot higher, and it should be letting me know what it is. Or if it's just like a string of attacks within a certain amount of time. So obviously because he picked it up, I get plus 11 gold. I love how each loot is shared with everybody. So it really prevents people from being a jackass, where you have that one person who's always grabbing the loot and not allowing other people to pick up the loot. The game just says, you know what, everybody gets everything, and that's really awesome. I'm trying to put my barrier down so I can stop taking damage from this knight. So there are a couple of different mechanics in the multiplayer than there are with the single player. For example, if I hit the left trigger, if I hit the left thumbstick, in the single player, that actually sends out a ping so I can locate items like metal in the area or a loot that enemies may drop off. In the multiplayer, it's actually the ability to sprint. So there are a couple of different things. There's no tactical view. If I actually hit the back button, which would enable the tactical view, it actually tells me everybody else that's in the game. So different mechanics. I was never really a huge fan of the tactical view anyway, which is usually dependent on, you know, managing other players, which really, I guess, doesn't matter at this point, since everybody else is player controlled, so there's no reason to manage. So that thing with the red cross above his head, which he just walked behind that pillar right there, that is the target. Again, like I said before, sometimes when you play a game, it will give you some little side missions that you can get. Right now, our side mission is to destroy this shadow right here. I'm going to try to get up to the Legionnaire right in between these two guys and cast a barrier. Yes! I got everybody that I needed. So that cross of swords right there is just telling us where our target is. And now our target's dead. We get some bonus gold because of it. We just completed an event, which is what that thing is called. So it's awesome. Alright, so around here, we have an urn right here. I'm actually going to try to hit this urn. I can't hit it. Get the urn. I can't get the urn. What the? Guys, the urn! Get the urn! Alright, I guess we're not getting the urn. Rejuvenating font for the win. I always don't like, because normally I guess somebody would say, hey, why don't you use the health potion, Rick? Well, I knew that we were getting close to a rejuvenating font, so you don't want to use your potions unless you have to. Even though I have like a bazillion health potions at this point, the game only allows you to take 2 in on a mission at a time, so I only have 2. So it's not like I can use them willy-nilly. You know, potions don't grow on trees, don't you know? Alright, so we're doing actually really well. Better than I have done. The last couple of runs in this game that I've done, I've always been, we either died really quickly or I've always got a disconnect, like the host just ended the game, which sometimes sucks. Because sometimes you get really good, and I mean, I'm not really sure if a disconnect allows you to keep all the gold that you've gathered throughout. Alright, this guy is going to eventually start to turn to attack me. I'm going to try to take him out quick. I'm going to put down a barrier. There we go. Very nice. Alright, so let's have a look-see. Let's look around. Not really much exploration in this area.
That's really quite amazing.
But we do have a bunny. We kill that bunny's going to drop gold. And I think it's like a good amount too. Yeah, 69. 69 gold. Oh, we got a bunch of enemies right here. Oh, this shadow's going to come after me. I'm going to put down my barrier. I love this barrier because it just eats damage. I mean, it's going to go down regardless, and I kind of wish it didn't. Because the melee classes all have an ability. They can put up their shield and put up what's called guard, which if you look at my buddy right here, that's what that silver thing on his health is. So he's just put up a guard right now. So every time he puts up his shield and enemies attack it, he'll actually build up more guard, which they have to take out before they can actually start doing damage to him. It sucks because my barrier decreases over time. Speaking of a barrier, it looks like we got one over here. Alright, looks like we got additional enemies. get this guy right here. I'm going to try to take him out. I love that shock move because it does so much damage. Alright, so I'm going to dispel this barrier right here. Looks like we got some stairs. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not stairs. Looks like we just gained access to a different area. So we got a chest right there. He's going to gain access to that chest. I'm going to do a quick look around. Looks like we found another alternate route. Exploration is such a cool thing in this game because, you know, you knock down a wall or you dispel a barrier or, you know, this, that, and the other thing, and you never know what you're going to find. So what's cool about this game is that if I use a spell, like let's just say, for example, if I use that shock move and I don't hit anybody, the game doesn't cost, it doesn't take away mana. So it, you know, I have to actually hit something for it to take away mana. And it's the same thing for melee classes too. So let's just say, for example, if I use a ability as a melee class and I'm actually going to get hurt a lot, I'm going to try not to use... So that guy is incapacitated right now, and actually I'm incapacitated as well. And this sucks because I can't attack, but I'm not dead, so I can be revived, which is what this guy's going to do right now. And I'm going to try to jump up real quick and cast that spell down. I'm going to try to put my barrier on top of my friend here. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get to our buddy in time, so we're down a mage, which is a little lame. If you don't get to them before the timer runs out, they actually die. But they can be revived if we can get to the next checkpoint. So that's what our objective is at this point, is to get to the next checkpoint.
Does anyone fancy a drink at the tavern?
I actually don't like... I don't like leading forward.
Share ale with you.
I should have... Oh, hey, hello. Our friend's up. That's... I guess there is another way you can revive your buddies before actually getting to a font. Alright, so now we're at 4 out of 5. So we're more than halfway done. We're actually making good time. I don't think I've ever gotten to this point this fast before. So now we're going to get Inquisition Captain. So at this point, we have to defend him, make sure he doesn't die. I believe I can put a barrier on him. Let's find out. I can. So that's going to help. So let's kill this shadow right here. Alright, so now we got to defend him. So he's actually taking some damage. We don't want him to take any more damage. So I'm just going to drill these guys down the hallway. Alright, so far so good. I love the environments in this game. I mean, this one really doesn't give you a whole lot to take in, but there are some maps in this game, especially with the single player. You just, like, I can sit down and just take in the, you know, the scenery. It's really pretty game. I mean, graphically, I mean, I'm not really a huge person who's big on graphics. I've said this before in multiple videos. But, I mean, BioWare games are never really big graphically, but the environments are really neat looking. I mean, their character designs and character models are something to be desired, but because I always feel like there's always a lot of close-ups of the character's hands, and I always assume like, oh wow, your hand looks like plastic. But oh, that was a bad. I mean, I gave my buddy a barrier, but all right. So that thing right there has got some guard on it. I was talking about graphics, and then we got into a situation here. So this is why I don't like talking about graphics. They're never. Oh my God, I just got drilled. Oh boy, Red Lyrium, protect me. Oh man, this is bad. This is hella bad. I am hurting here. I'm gonna put a barrier up. Oh, this guy's gonna wail on me. Those archers are annihilating me. I'm gonna have to use the potion here real quick. I didn't want to, but I had to. I have a lot of cooldown. That's one of the big things for me, is that, you know, it takes a while to cool down before I can use abilities. Looks like we got another one of those big things. I don't know what they're called though. Wait, what's this? Oh, so there's the locked door, so a rogue would need to unlock that. I have been to this area before, and I just put down a barrier for no reason. And it seems like there was sometimes there was a barrier there. So I guess there are different things. Oh, we gotta, oh my goodness, he just got wrecked. No, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. I'm gonna try to get my friend up. Go, 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 go. Just defend. Just defend. Oh, man, as soon as that barrier, I'm down. I was waiting for my barrier spell to come up before I can cast it. Alright, come on. Take that thing out. Damn it. Please don't die here. Revive me, revive me, revive me, please. Alright, I'll put up a barrier real quick. Alright, cool. I put up a barrier, so I should be good to revive. I think we avoided disaster, but we did not protect the Inquisition captain, so we're not going to get that event. But the game is still going to press on. It's not going to fail us, even though that we lost that objective. Just little side objectives, little extra things that you can do. I mean, the main focus is to get to the end. It seems like we're doing pretty good right now. Well, I mean, not great, but I mean, at least we didn't wipe. What the? Hold on. Nah, screw it. I don't care anymore. I gotta catch up to my friends. They're leaving me behind. Wait up!
I know what you mean.
Wait up!
Everyone's so
Hold on, wait up.
Sometimes
Sweet,
I feel
recovery
that
font.
into the deep road.
I knew they were getting close, so the game alerted me, telling me that there was one nearby. Alright, so now we have reached the final area. And I think, if I remember correctly, this is where the boss battle
Everyone's
is.
so experienced.
So we have to place the Inquisition banner. And I think as soon as we place it, we're going to trigger the enemies. And then the game's going to prompt us to take out the enemies. So I'm just going to wait for everybody, or he's going to do it. And then there's the Red Templar Commander. So I'm going to put down a barrier for us. And hopefully we can set up. Oh man, we got guys coming in from the side here. We want to take out these archers, because the ranged guys, I have learned, will annihilate you. So we got to take out these guys fast. We got to stay together. We got to stay smart. I'm going to put down a barrier. Boosh! That's how. Take this guy out. And he's almost dead. Oh, there's the commander, I think. I think that guy's the commander. No, don't hurt me. Alright, we got this. I think this is a knight, if I remember correctly. Come on, take it out, take it out, take it out. Oh, boy! This guy, I am, put down a barrier. Come on, come on, come on. Take him out, take him out. I really want to win. I want to win. Get off my buddy. Get off my friend. Don't you touch my friend. Come on, kill him. There we go, he's dead. This guy's down, he's not dead. Alright, hold on, I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm gonna get you. We're actually not doing horrible. I mean, I know it probably looks really bad, but it's actually not horrible. I mean, it can go horrible in a moment's notice! But it's not, I mean, it could be worse. God, this asshole. This guy's just gonna keep attacking me. Here, you wanna play this way, buddy? Oh, he's got a spinny attack. Get away from me with that spinny attack. I'm gonna try to jump over this stuff. Yeah! Alright, let's see if we can clear out these enemies. Oh, man, this guy. I'm going to try to put a barrier down. Barrier! Hiya! Come on, take this guy out. This whatever. God, this guy is annoying me. That knight's got to go. We got to take out all. Well, potion time. Potion. Take a potion. There you go. Let's see if I can use one of my other potions. Take this, you jerk! I'm gonna revive this guy. Don't you hurt me. I'm gonna put a barrier down quickly. Oh, looks like we lost one of our mages. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna use this. Oh, I'm down. I'm down. I'm incapacitated though, so I guess my buddies can revive me. We might wipe here. It doesn't look good. And we
I
wiped.
regret to inform you, Inquisitor, that our soldiers did not.
I mean, we
return from
did
the
well.
mission.
We did good. I mean,
Inquisition
we're going to get
will
all the
recover.
gold that we gathered.
swear.
I don't think we're going to get any rewards for the end of this, but we did make it really far, and we are going to get experience. So it's like, even if you fail, you're going to get something out of it. The further you get, the more you're going to get, obviously. Like, the more gold you're going to get, the more experience you're going to get, because there's going to be more enemies to kill. We wiped there, but it was not bad. It was not horrible. We did really well. So, yeah, that's the multiplayer Dragon Age Inquisition. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.